a lot of what I do is always passionately looking at the health of our children in Britain. And the single largest source of sugar in our children and teenagers is sugary sweetened drinks. And it's a success story that's gone too far and is unrelenting and is robust and well-resourced. And we're losing our kids' health because of it. And I think it's singled itself out as being just too popular.
Do you think
easy.
Did you think you lost the battle to improve school food because of sugar?
No, I don't think we lost the battle for school food. I think we won it. And I think we've got...
But you've given up?
No, never.
So what's the story? I mean,
on school dinners?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at school dinners, I think,
Because you were quoted as saying, I failed.
I don't remember that quote. I mean, I think there's, things I've done that may or may not work. I think school dinners, you have to remember, it was in such a dark place. And there's standards now, and there's more resource now, and we still, of course, we've got 26,000 schools across the country. Of course, we've got problems, but the bar's way lifted.
Now, the obvious thing for me to look to the menu in some of your outlets. Gooey chocolate brownie, vanilla ice cream, crunchy toffee popcorn, chocolate sauce, jumbo scoop of ice cream, served with Italian cookie and chocolate sauce. That's for kids. Could Jamie Oliver devise desserts, sweets, etc., which weren't sugar dependent?
I think, look, we've got a robust...
Could you?
No? I don't think so. I don't think we want to either. I think lower, absolutely. I think that's totally doable. But I think, and we're already doing that. I mean, I think, we're not going to stop serving cake because we've got a problem with type 2 diabetes. But I think what we can do is pick out, valid, guilty parties that are just affecting our children's sort of calorie intake in a negative way.
So it's tax and education.
It's a good question, because what I guess the documentary's saying is, guys, doing the same as we're doing is not enough. You can lose all these things in your life that you love and you might not have in as near as 10 to 20 years. And we need to be brave. Now, having a sugary drinks tax for good, to take that money, a possible £1 billion a year, we reckon, on a 7 pence on a can of soda tax. So the question is, would you swap 7 pence on a can for £1 billion, getting given back to the NHS and schools?
It's a very, very tempting equation.
In my view, to get £6 or £7 billion worth of value, social value, and it's robbing from Peter to pay Paul. Guilty or not guilty? In my opinion, guilty.
And what about the government then? Have you actually asked them for a tax?
Yes.
And
post-election, they might say different, but to me, they are listening to all options and certainly didn't close me down at all.
They could do with the cash.
I think new money is essential in a true, relevant, proper attack on diet-related disease and protecting our children.
So you think it is a prospect that they might actually tax sugar in the lifetime of this Parliament?
I've been doing this for 15 years and not enough's changing. We need to get a bit more radical. And I think it's in all of them the question is, we know what's going to happen if it goes badly. I'm going to get a proper kick in, and I've accepted that from the minute I started this. The question is what if we go for it? Because the sugar tax is just a symbolic mechanism for a whole load of ripples. There's 100 at least other ripples that if we do it at the same time in the next 5 years, I am very confident to look at anyone and say we will see drop-off of bad health, type 2 diabetes, and we'll start seeing measurable improvements.
One other thing, just because we're talking today, the Institute of Directors have complained that the way in which the immigration rules are working is actually preventing the hiring of very important people to keep the economy going.
Yeah.
And your business is very dependent on good immigrant
Most
labour.
businesses are, yeah. You want good people that want to work hard, come in, because we've got loads of people that, whether it's chefs or nurses or doctors, of course. But of course, we're all frightened at the moment that it's gone bonkers. But I'm no expert, so I feel very underqualified.
But you are very dependent on a very good workforce, and you need to bring people in from outside.
If it wasn't for people outside this country, every one of my businesses would close tomorrow.
Jamie Oliver, thank you for talking to us.